Hey everyone, in this video I'll show you how to create a beautiful voluminous Hollywood wave. My mannequin's hair is freshly washed with shampoo and conditioner and fully dried. So we start with hair preparation. I always begin by straightening the hair first. This helps make it perfectly smooth, clean and ready for styling. Next I crimp about half of the hair length using a crimper with small, sharp teeth. I work with thin sections. Crimping gives extra root lift and fullness. It's really important to go section by section carefully, without skipping any parts. The biggest mistake most stylists make is taking sections that are too large, trying to straighten or crimp too much hair at once. That leaves uneven roots and wavy spots that ruin the foundation of the style. I make the side parts a bit wider, not a straight line under the ear, but slightly farther back, so the face framing areas are larger. Then I start curling from the lower back section. Before curling, I always tease the roots with hair powder for volume and spray a light mist of liquid hairspray from Schwarzkopf. For this look, I'm using a curling iron with a 28mm barrel. For Hollywood waves, a 25mm one looks amazing too. And if you want a bigger, softer wave, go with a 32mm barrel. I don't usually use other sizes. 28 is my go-to universal option. I place the strand on the iron and do the first twist. You can also place the iron on top of the strand. That will slightly change the pattern of the curl. I often get asked what's the difference. The best way to understand is to experiment yourself. Take your curling iron and curl 4 strands. One upward to the left, one upward to the right, one downward to the left, and one downward to the right. You'll immediately see how the direction changes the look. I always tell my students, experiment. Don't just rely on what you read in comments or see in short clips. When you test it yourself, you'll never forget it. I curl the entire head in the same direction, and this is super important. For regular curls, we usually curl away from the face, but for a Hollywood wave, all curls must go in one direction only. If you alternate directions, your wave pattern will never align. Half of the head will flow one way and the other half the opposite way. So when you start curling the first strand, remember exactly how you're holding the iron, which hand you use, and whether you place the iron above or below the strand. That will help you stay consistent throughout the whole head. Near the face, I slightly pull the strand forward, not backward, because I want to create maximum lift and volume around the face. My mannequin's hair is a bit damaged and not very thick, even though it looks voluminous now. Working with mannequins is actually much harder than it seems. I wash mine after every single hairstyle and then straighten and crimp it again. That prep alone takes almost an hour. To create more volume around the face, I make the face framing zones wider and take diagonal sections farther back. All curls are directed toward the face. I don't pull them back because I want that full, lifted, glamorous effect. On the opposite side, I do the same thing. Divide each row into 2 sections, direct them slightly toward the face, and use root powder again for lift. If you skip the crimping step, it will be very difficult to tease the roots. The hair will just slide like plastic, so please don't skip the preparation. If you skip straightening, the hair will stay frizzy. If you skip crimping, you'll lose volume. Good preparation saves you time later. On the heavier side of the hair, I divide the upper layers diagonally. This helps keep the shape natural and voluminous. It's more difficult to do from the top, but I try to bring the iron as close to the roots as possible for better heat distribution. Near the face, I section diagonally again to get that soft lifted front area. If the top layer is curled as one straight piece, it's almost impossible to create volume afterward. After curling, I brush through the bottom of the strand and smooth the top surface with spray wax. Because I used liquid hairspray before curling, the curls are elastic and easy to shape. Don't brush all the way through, just lightly surface brush. If I need to adjust the shape, I use an aerosol hairspray. My favorite is from Londa. Step by step, row by row, I tease slightly under the natural bends and fix each section with hairspray. The spray wax is for smoothing and the aerosol hairspray is for holding. When I move to the top layers, I use clips and a fine-tooth comb to define the wave pattern. Notice that my wave goes left, right, it's not straight. So while brushing, I also move the comb left and right to highlight that curve. After clipping, I spray liquid hairspray to lock it in place. For the face framing pieces, I do the same, pulling them slightly toward the face so they naturally frame it. At the back, I tuck the strands gently behind the ear and secure them with invisible pins. If you are sensitive to aerosols or have allergies, you can use a gel wax instead. My favorite is from Goldwell. It smells amazing and works perfectly on thicker, stiffer hair. Now I move to the front section. I take diagonal strands near the face to build extra lift, fixing everything with 60mm pins and aerosol hairspray. Each strand gets smoothed with spray wax and lifted for more volume. Clients always love that height around the face. To make the style last longer, I sometimes add a closet bobby pin at the roots. It helps hold the shape of the volume thanks to the crimping underneath. That's my little secret. The pins I use are 40mm long. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, leave a comment, and let me know what you think. I'll answer every single one of you. Thank you so much for watching, and see you in the next video.